Hi guys! Welcome to another episode of Learn Math with Sir Mark, and in this video, I'm going to discuss circle, which will focus on its standard equation. By the way, so I uploaded a separate video on the introduction of the conic section in which circle is one of it. Okay, so you can find the link on the description below. Okay, so lastly, okay, before I proceed, so please don't forget to subscribe on my channel, Learn Math with Sir Mark. Let's begin. Okay, so let's define what is circle. Okay, circle is a locus of a point that moves such that its distance from a fixed point is constant. Okay, so that fixed distance that we're referring to is actually what we call radius, usually denoted by r. Okay, then this fixed point here, okay, is what we call the center of the circle, usually denoted by c with coordinates h, k. Okay, so to illustrate it, so let's have this. Okay, so again, according to the definition, circle is a locus or a set of points that moves such that its distance from a fixed point is constant. Okay, take note, look at the coordinates of the point P. Okay, so nagbabago, right? From negative 1.8, 3.57, nag-change siya, right? See that? Okay, nagbabago yung coordinates, set of all points yan, collection of points. However, yung distance niya is constant. Hindi nagbabago yung distance ng point P, okay, this point P, to the fixed point, which is the center. Okay? Look, again, so this is a set of all points. So yung points na yung graph na matitrace niya is actually what we call the circle. See that? Okay. So I hope naintindihan yung definition based on this illustration. Okay? Okay, so let's go back here. Alright. So, now, so since at this point, alam nyo na yung ibig sabihin ng circle, let's now identify ano yung standard equation ng circle. Okay, so this time, I have a circle in which the center is no longer at the origin. See that? Okay, so usually we denote it, like I said in the definition, we're going to denote the center as HK. And this particular point here, point P, okay, so with coordinates X, Y. Okay, then also, sinabi sa definition, that distance is actually the radius, right? We know, okay, so to get the distance between the 2 points, we use the distance formula, right? And actually, that distance is the same as the radius. Agree? Okay, so by distance formula, so the distance between the point CP, the point C and P, so is equal to, okay, so x minus h to b squared, alright, plus y minus k to b squared. Clear? So that's how you get the distance between 2 points. And from here, okay, so let me erase this one, okay. So from here, if I'm going to square both sides, alright, if I'm going to square both sides, what I'm going to have here is, okay, r squared, okay, equals x minus h to b squared plus y minus k to b squared. See that? And this is the standard equation of the circle. Okay, this is the standard equation of the circle. So all throughout on this video, so this is what we're going to use. Okay, so let's start with the example number 1. Okay, so the instruction here is find the equation of each of the following circles with the given center C, okay, and radius r. So leave your answer in standard form. Again, so the answer here should be in standard form. So dapat ganito. Clear? Okay, so let's have letter A. So here, center is at 0, 0, at the origin. So, meaning to say, yung H and K mo, na center mo, okay, is 0, 0. So, therefore, following this formula, okay, So let's have this. Letter A. So following the formula, x minus h to be squared plus y minus k to be squared equals r squared. Since 0 ang h and k mo, so that will be x squared plus y squared. See that? And then the radius is 5, so all you have to do is just to square it. That will give you 25. Pretty simple, right? Okay, so let's have letter B. Okay, sabi sa letter B, this time the center is no longer at the origin. Okay, it's located at 0.1, -5. So therefore, all you have to do, okay, so this is your HK. So all you have to do is to reverse the sign. See that? That will be x minus 1 to be squared. Can you follow? Okay, I hope so. Then y, okay, minus -5. So that will be positive 5. So like I said, all you have to do is to reverse the sign. Okay, so that will be y plus 5 to be squared equals, like what we did here, all you have to do is to square the radius. And that will give you 3 squared or 9. There you go. Again, so these are the answers in letters A and B. Okay, so let's move to the second example. Okay, this time, for each of the following equation of circles, find the center and radius of the circle. Okay, so this time, given ang standard equation, babaligtarin natin, okay, what give the center and the radius. Okay, so like what I said in the previous example, diba? Tingnan nyo, yung center, binaligtad ko lang yung sign, right? So, that's what we're going to do here. So, therefore, in letter A, yung center natin, all you have to do is to change the sign. If this is -1, the center, the abscissa of the center will be 1. Okay, if this is +1, the ordinate of the center will be -1. See that? Pretty simple, right? And the radius here, so since r squared is 16, okay, extract the square root. Since radius yan, bawal negative, so your radius here will become square root of 16 or 4. Clear? Okay, so this is the center and this is the radius. Okay, so let's have letter B. Okay, for letter B, okay, so let me rewrite it. So 9x plus 3 to be squared plus 9y squared equals 1. So now note that if I'm going to divide both sides by 9, what will happen here is that x plus 3 to be squared plus y squared all over equals 1 over 9. See that? So that's it. Like what we did in the previous examples. So to get the center, all we have to do is to reverse the sign. This will become -3. So y squared means y plus minus 0 to be squared, right? So therefore, the ordinate of the center is 0. Okay? And then for the radius, so since r squared is equal to 1 over 9, so clearly, getting the square root, okay, the radius will become 1/3. Clear? Okay, so I hope nasusundan yung mga examples natin. Okay, example number 3. Consider a circle with center C with coordinates 5, -2 and passes through the point A with coordinates 2, 1. Okay, letter A, determine the equation of the circle. Okay, so since we're after for the standard equation of the circle, so since given ang center, so automatically, okay, pwede na natin i-ready to. So x, like I said, all you have to do is to reverse the sign. So x minus 5 to be squared, okay, plus y, so if this is -2, positive to, okay, equals the r squared, okay, square the radius. Okay, but we don't have the radius. What we have here is a point on the circle. So, okay, so meaning to say, all you have to do is to get the length of CA. Alright, kailangan natin kunin yung length ng CA. And that will give us the radius. Clear? Okay, so let's do it. So, 5 minus 2 to be squared, didiretsuhin ko na. So, 5 minus 2 is 3 to be squared, that will give you 9. Clear? Then, -2 minus 1, that will be -3. If you're going to square it, that will give you 9 as well. So, therefore, ang radius mo is square root of 18. See that? Ang radius mo is square root of 18. Therefore, yung r square mo, all you have to do is to square it. Okay, kung i-square ko yan, so, therefore, the equation here will become x minus 5 to be squared plus y plus 2 to be squared equals 18. See that? So, this is the answer in letter A. Okay. Clear? Next, so let's have letter B. Okay, paano yung letter B? Okay, it says here in letter B, tell whether the point B with coordinates 4, 2 lies inside, outside, or on the circle. Okay? So, ang tanong, nasan ba yung point B? Nasa loob ba ng circle? Nasa loob, labas ba? Or along the circumference? See that? O, sige, pakita natin. Kunyari ito. Okay, so this will be my circle. Okay. Dito na lang. Okay, kunyari, ito yung center ko. Okay. Suppose this is my center. Okay, this is my center. Ang B ba nasa loob? Yung point B mo ba nandyan? On the circumference or outside? So, how are we going to do that? So, all we have to do is to get the distance between that point or that point and the center. Okay? So, meaning to say, if the distance is less than the radius, the point is inside the circle. If the distance is equal to the radius, therefore, the point is on the circumference of the circle. Then, if the distance is greater than the radius, then that point B lies outside. Clear yung target natin? Okay, so all we have to do is to get the distance between point, okay, ang kukunin natin dito, distance ni CB. Clear? Okay, kukunin natin yung distance ni CB. Okay, so let me erase this one. Okay, I hope clear yung target natin, ha? Okay, so, CB, that will be, okay, 5 minus 4, okay, square root yan, 5 minus 4 is 1. Square mo, still 1, right? Negative 2 minus 2, that's negative 4, square mo, so that will be positive 16. So, that will give you square root of 17. So, comparing it, so square root of 17, okay, compare mo kay square root of 18, therefore, mas maliit. So, meaning to say, yung CB mo is less than CA, which is the radius. Clear? Ang CA ko is the radius, right? So, therefore, so since CB is less than CA, point B, okay, point B lies inside. Okay? Lies inside the circle. Clear? Ganun lang kasimple. Okay, so let's have second to the last. Problem number 4. Okay. Give the equation of the circle having 3, 0 and negative 2, negative 4 as endpoints of the diameter. Okay. So, let's have an illustration. Kunyari lang, no? Okay. Para ma-visualize natin. Okay. So, kunyari ito yung circle. Alright. Okay, ito yung circle. Sabi sa problem, okay, so 3, 0, okay, so suppose ang 3, 0 is, nasa na? Okay. So, in 3, 0, kunyari nandito, alright, okay, 3, 0 yan, and negative 2, negative 4, kunyari banda dito, no? Alright. Oh, not necessary nandito pala, sorry. Okay. So, 3, 0, kunyari, nandito yung 3, 0. Alright? 3, 0. And then, negative 2, negative 4, let's say somewhere here. Alright? So, negative 2, negative 4. So, how are you going to get the equation of the circle? Note that the diameter, okay, contains the center. And in fact, that center is the midpoint of the endpoints of the diameter. Agree? Okay, so suppose, okay, let's call this ano na lang, point A and point B. And then let's call this as the center. Okay, so meaning to say, yung midpoint ng AB, alright, the midpoint of AB is actually equal to the center. See that? And paano ba natin kukunin yung midpoint? So that is, okay, so 3 plus negative 2, or 3 minus 2 over 2, and then 0 minus 4 over 2. So that will be the coordinates of your center, which is the midpoint of AB. That is 3 minus 2, that's 1 over 2, that will give you 1/2. See that? Negative 4 over 2, that's negative 2. So therefore, this will be your center. See that? So since may center ka na, so meron na akong x minus 1/2 to be squared, alright, plus y, just change the sign like what we did in the previous problem, y plus 2 to be squared equals the radius. Okay, so paano mo kuha yung radius? Okay, so just substitute any of these coordinates. Bakit? So since 3, 0 and negative 2, negative 4 is on the circle, if you're going to substitute it, dapat masasatisfy yung problem, right? So just plug in 3, 0. Kunyari, I'm going to use 3, 0. If x is 3, y is 0. Alright, 3 minus 1/2, that will be 5/2, right? So that will be 25 over 4. Why? So you're going to square 5 over 2. Okay, next, plus 0 plus 2 to be squared, that will be 4. See that? So that will be your r squared. So meaning to say 25 over 4 plus 4, that will be 25 plus 16, right? And that will be 41 over 4. This is actually your r squared. So therefore, ang equation ng circle ko, okay, ang equation ng circle ko will be x minus 1/2 to be squared, okay, plus y plus 2 to be squared equals r squared, which is 41 over 4. Clear? So this is your equation of the circle. Okay, so let's have the last problem on this video. Okay, example number 5. Ferris wheel is elevated 1 meter above the ground. So when a car reaches the highest point on the Ferris wheel, its altitude from ground level is 31 meters. The question is, how far away from the center, horizontally, is the car when it is at an altitude of 25 meters? Okay, so you can read it while I'm illustrating it. Okay, so let me have this. Okay, then this one. So this will be my Cartesian plane. Okay. Alright, next, syempre, magdodrawing ako ng circle. Oops, sorry. So, magdodrawing ako ng circle. Alright. Ayan. Okay. I think pwede na yan. Okay, balikan natin yung problem. So, ang sabi sa problem, okay, so, the Ferris wheel is elevated 1 meter above the ground. So, meaning to say, kung ito yung Ferris wheel, elevated siya 1 meter to. Right? So, meaning to say, anong coordinates nitong point na to? So, ang coordinate niyan, so since that's y-intercept, coordinates niyan is 0, 1. Right? So, and then, sabi, when a car reaches the highest point on the Ferris wheel, its altitude from the ground is 31 meters. Meaning to say, kung yung cable car o yung car ng Ferris wheel ay on its maximum height, so the coordinates of this point is 0, 31. Clear? Okay. So, the question is, how far away from the center horizontally is the car when it is an altitude of 25 meters? See that? Kunyari, nandito yung car, okay, such that it is located, wait lang, it is located, let's say this one, okay, so, which is 25 meters daw above the ground. Okay. So, kung 25 yan, kung 25 daw yan, gaano daw siya kalayo? Okay? Gaano daw siya kalayo? So, meaning to say, yung coordinates ng car na to, yung point na yan, so since unknown to, so that is x 25. See that? Okay. So, now, anong kailangan natin para makuha to? So, since circle yan, okay, from actually makukuha natin yung center based on the illustration, right? So, from 0, 1, 0, 31 yung endpoints ng diameter ko. So therefore, ang center ko is 0, 16. See that? 0, 16. Okay? So meaning to say, this one, so kung 0, 16 yan, ang radius ko, 15. Right? And from there, makukuha na yung standard equation. So that is x squared plus y minus 16 to be squared. Okay? Equals, so since ang radius ko is 15, 225. Or I'll just write 15 squared here. Clear? Okay, so now I'm after for x. I already have y, which is 25. Okay, so what I'm going to do is this: 15 squared minus, okay, this. Okay, note that ang y ko is 25. Okay, so I'll just write it. So that will be x squared equals 15 squared minus 25 minus 16 is 9 squared. Right? That will be 9 squared. So therefore, actually Pythagorean triple yan kung familiar kayo, 3, 12, 15. Okay? So this one will become 12 squared. Or if you want 15 squared, that will be 225 minus 81, that will give you 144. Okay? Or, like I said, that's 12 squared. So clearly, ang value ng x natin dito is plus minus 12. Bakit plus minus 12? Usually, kung Ferris wheel yan, dapat uniform distance yan. So, pwedeng nandito, okay, meron ding car dito. Okay, kaya dalawa, plus minus 12. Okay? Clear? So, I hope you learned something on this video. So, again, don't forget to subscribe on my channel so that you'll be updated on my next video to be uploaded soon. Keep safe.